family was just arrested for the murder of PnB Rock. And this blew my mind because a few days ago, like literal days ago, the police released a mugshot of a 41-year-old suspect that they called Freddie Lee Trone. And they said he's the prime suspect and we are looking for him. I don't know why exactly it took them so long to find a suspect, because this whole murder was captured on camera. So Dame's Chicken and Waffles, they had video surveillance. So why did it take so long for them to get a suspect? And then I wasn't happy because last week or a few weeks ago, they start digging into PnB Rock's past. And they were like, oh, let's look at who he could possibly be enemies with. We need help. We need to find out what bad things he did, who he might be beefing with. And I was like, whoa, that makes no sense. And then they came out and they were like, oh, because a lot of people said something about this. They came out and they said, oh, the video footage from Dame's was blurry. And we had to get video footage from some of the other businesses to really make out who the getaway driver was and who the murder suspect is. So I was like, okay, all right, there's a getaway car and a getaway driver on video, so they should be able to find that car. And then yesterday, the story breaks. They have arrested Mr. Freddie Lee Trone, but they don't charge Mr. Freddie Lee with murder. They charge his 17-year-old son with murder. So yes, it was his 17-year-old son who went inside of Dame's Chicken and Waffles and murdered PnB Rock. And I was like, whoa. And the police have not released the name of the son because he's a minor. He's a 17-year-old kid. And then this case gets weirder. The police state that when Freddie Lee Trone and his 17-year-old son, they go home, they drive home after murdering someone, and then the stepmom, Chantel Trone, she's married to Freddie Lee, she then proceeds to help them cover it up by burning the getaway car. She set fire and burnt the getaway car. They have arrested her now for obstruction and accessory to murder. And I was like, whoa, the adults, the people who are supposed to teach the child right from wrong, what are they doing? And then the police also released a big nugget that Freddie Lee and his son, they were already sitting outside of Dame's Chicken and Waffles. So that clears the girlfriend, because remember, everybody was going in on her, especially on social media, like, oh, she pinned their location. She's the reason that her kid's father is now deceased. You had celebrities like Nicki Minaj and everybody really coming down on her, only to find out the two of them were already sitting outside of Dame's Chicken and Waffles looking for a suspect. Were the two men just waiting on a target, or were they specifically waiting on PnB Rock? Because that is how the LAPD is trying to make this whole thing sound. Let me know what you guys think about that in a comment below. This is crazy. I want to see how this story develops, what more there is to this case. Let me know, because I don't think that they target PnB Rock, because how would they know? This is Daisha Shakila. If you like this content, subscribe to the channel.